Hey, what's up, guys? I'm Vortak. Welcome back to Rising World. I believe this is episode 8 now that we're on, and in today's episode, it's all about blueprints. There's a few more things we're going to do as well, but I'm going to show you guys how blueprints work if you don't already know, and it'll be a good opportunity for me to also kind of decorate some of the areas around my house that I feel like are lacking certain pieces of furniture that I've been looking for. Now, I looked on the blueprint list on the Rising World forum for some time today, and found a few blueprints that I enjoyed and thought that I would throw in here. But overall, I would like to get some recommendations from you guys, because I have a modern house. If you know of blueprints that you think I should put in there, please let me know in the comments below. But anyway, I have a bunch of junk in my inventory right now, and I'm going to show you just how blueprints work. So what you do is you go into your crafting bench, and you go down to miscellaneous, and click on blueprint. Now, this is the same thing for making a blueprint or placing one you downloaded. So I'll need 1 gold ingot. We're actually going to go ahead and go into creative mode and get this, because I haven't found any gold yet, and I just wanted to show you guys. We'll do 1 blueprint just to show you, and I won't cheat anymore. I promise, until we get to the second part of this video, but we'll get there when we get there. Now, downloading blueprints is a whole different thing. I'll just explain it real quick and try to put some images on the screen for you. You'll go to wherever you want to download the blueprints. There might be a subreddit with them. I know for sure the risingworld.net forums have them. So that'll be linked down below, and you can just search forever on that list of blueprints. And once you find one you like, you download it. From there, you go into your Steam app, folder where you go to common and you find your game, which in this case is Rising World, and you'll look for a folder that says blueprints. I didn't have one. I had to make one that's called blueprints. And all you can do is throw the blueprint you downloaded in there. From there, you go back into the game, hit J, this is the journal, and all of your blueprints you've downloaded are in here. So you can see I downloaded 5. We have a bathtub. A lot of them are in German, because just a lot of people from Germany play. But we have a shower. We got this. This is a trellis. It's kind of hard to see with that image, but that's what I'm going to actually build today. And we have. I'm going to do 2 blueprints. This and this clock I really liked. There's also a grandfather clock, and you can see Deirdre. That's how I've been saying this name anyway. It has the author's name there, which is awesome. So there you go. So I can delete these blueprints. I can use them, and I need to, obviously make a blueprint first. So let's go ahead and go to game mode 1. This is how you do creative gathering, things like that. We'll craft 1 blueprint, and we'll go back to game mode 0. And now I have a blueprint. There it is. So open your journal to do an existing blueprint, or press the left mouse button to select an area for the blueprint. So if I wanted to make this crafting station a blueprint, I could easily select it with the left mouse button and make it so people can download that wherever I put it. I don't need to do that. I'm a terrible builder. So I'm just going to go ahead and go back to my journal, blueprints, and we'll do this fancy clock. There it is. So I have the clock. I can do all sorts of things with it, like, well, I'm trying to rotate it, but that's not working. If I hold shift, that's weird. We can, it's on some weird axis. Wow, that's really interesting. I'm not sure how. Did I just change the size of it, or am I? Huh. Well, I guess it just depends on how they made it. This is like my understanding is when people make things like decorations, it's a lot of little items combined to make one big item. So it's going to have different properties when you're building with it. Wow, it's really weird. I didn't expect it to be so low. Getting it higher is going to be interesting. If I plus and minus, or plus did that, minus does this. So I can put it on the ceiling, maybe, if I can get it higher. That is so cool. So because the clock was a little bit strange, I went ahead and grabbed this trellis. Now, this was really cool because you can actually put flowers in it, and it just looked really nice in the photos I saw. And since I want the garden to be out here, spoiler alert, I will be putting a garden right out here. I figured a trellis would be a really nice little centerpiece for it. So let's go ahead and place this somewhere nice. Now, it seems to be, I want to say it's not even with the house. If I kind of bring it up here, no, it is. All right, it was just tricking my eyes. So we'll kind of bring it out to about here, and we'll be putting our farm patch around this. So I'm going to place this down with enter, And yeah, it just seems like blueprints have a little bit of different controls. But cool, so you can like look at it closely and kind of get a feel for what items were used in order to craft this. And I think my favorite blueprints are definitely when people make furniture pieces rather than just like taking their house they built and putting it into a blueprint, which I still think is cool that you can do that. I'm personally more privy to furniture pieces because there's just not enough of them in Rising World, if you ask me. So there we go. We have our trellis. I think I'm just gonna have to destroy it if I decide I don't want it here anymore. But of course, as long as I have gold ingots, I can make as many blueprints as I want and put them as frequently as I want. So I wanted to show you guys that today because I haven't really messed with it myself, and I had a lot of fun learning about it this afternoon, and I wanted to share what I learned. The next thing I wanted to show you was just the progress I've made on all this terraforming. It's kind of a freaking mess, as you can see, and I realized that probably in the future with Rising World, when you dig out a section on a beach, it's probably not going to turn into dirt. I'm going to go ahead and venture a guess and say, I bet you it turns into more sand when you hit a rake on some sand. So I'm going to go ahead and cheat a little bit today for the second part of this video, and we're going to paint all of this dirt to be sand once again. Now, I may have to go back and terraform some more, because I haven't even started putting my pathways down. I don't know if I've cleared enough space for the path I want, but I just wanted to show you that you can, if you ever get into this situation in the current version of Rising World, you do have options for making things look nice again. So once again, we'll go to Game Mode 1, and we will do a terrain, which is F5, and we can scroll through here with the mouse and select the different kinds of, I can place ore, there's sand. And with plus and minus, we can make that as big or as small as we want. And all the directions are at the bottom, so add, subtract, resize, G, change the shape. I'm going to go with a square, and page up or down changes the level of the flattening tool. We don't need that. We are simply doing number 3 for paint. So now I can go ahead and right click, and we have sand magically painted where there was once dirt. So cool, pretty easy, and I mean, this looks a hell of a lot better than all of that ugly dirt. It really brightens the area up. It feels like a beach again. What I don't like is just how low my buildings ended up being on this beach. The beach is just really, really deep, and it's a lot higher than sea level. So I wanted to build practically on sea level, and this is the outcome. Like, digging out all of this dirt to try and make it at least close enough to sea level so I feel satisfied when I walk onto my back deck, and I feel like I'm standing right over the water. One good thing about this dirt is when you use a rake is that it's easy to make farms. I don't know if you can just till sand like you could soil. So the ability to add dirt down here and then turn it into a farm without actually grabbing clumps of dirt, that's kind of nice. That is kind of nice. We'll go back to game mode 0, and there it is. The last thing I wanted to show you, just in terms of things I've learned, I got this window to work. The first thing I had to do was try to figure out how I could get glass, like multiple glass panes to play nice with each other. So these seams, you might be able to see that right there, that seam. That is 2 separate glass panes. They're not interlocking, so it looks nice. And the second thing I realized is that you have to choose either the inside or outside of the block. You can't do it in the middle. It just does not like being in the middle for some reason. So that looks really nice. I really like that I can do that now without using the frame around the window. So all of that said, I'm pretty happy with the progress of our Rising world. So the other thing I wanted to mention was the next episode. Now, I know this was kind of a short, different video for a Let's Play. I felt like just kind of teaching today rather than building. In the next episode, in the next couple of episodes, one, I want to make a farming patch, probably where I put that trellis, and the other one, I want to do a proper storage area. So that is going to be, I think, a separate building. I'm not exactly sure where or what it'll look like, but just, I don't want a giant storage area in the house. I just want it within walking distance to the house and the crafting station. Perhaps not even a building, but like a shed or something just between these 2 locations so we can easily access all of our building blocks. Because my inventory is crazy full, and I'm tired of walking out there to our chests. So, next episode, probably a farming patch. We'll put that over here. And from there, I think we'll start to look into a second story on the house, because after seeing those blueprints today for a bathtub and a shower, I thought, man, now I can make a cool looking bathroom. So I want to thank the authors of those blueprints. I want to thank you guys for watching this just shorter episode of Rising World. Next time we will have more building for you. And I hope you learned something. I hope the blueprints help. I will be activating them on our server very soon. By the way, server is going awesome. So thank you guys who signed up. I'm going to send out another round of invites very soon if you've applied and have not heard back yet. So watch out for that. I will see you guys next time. Peace out.